Today is not a day you will forget. Something cosmic is unlocking. Something destined is beginning. On January 17th, as Venus crosses the threshold into Aquarius, a liberation portal opens so powerful, so electric, that it begins shattering the chains around your heart, chains you didn't even know were holding you captive. This is a message that has found you, because your frequency is already rising to meet this moment. This is not casual astrology, this is awakening, this is freedom. As you listen, you may feel a sudden shift in your chest, a lightness you haven't felt in months, a knowing that something in your love life is about to change forever because your soul recognizes what your mind is only beginning to understand. Today, the forbidden love liberation portal opens, and the version of love you've been settling for is about to be replaced by the version your soul has always deserved. Before we go deeper into this cosmic shift, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, because what is unfolding in this message is not just information, it is activation. Also, comment, I am free to anchor yourself into this liberation frequency. Take a breath. Feel the electricity in the air. You are stepping into a transmission meant only for those who are ready to break free. Venus entering Aquarius is not simply an astrological event. It is a frequency upgrade, a heart recalibration, an emotional revolution, and the beginning of a love story that refuses to play by outdated rules. Venus governs love, connection, beauty, values, and attraction. Aquarius governs freedom, authenticity, rebellion, innovation, and collective awakening. Today, these two forces merge, and the result is a cosmic declaration. Love will no longer be confined by fear, tradition, expectation, or emotional imprisonment. Today, the universe activates a new relationship code, one that honors truth over comfort, freedom over control, and soul alignment over societal approval. This transit turns your heart into a transmitter of liberation, broadcasting a signal that attracts only those who can meet you in your authentic frequency. Someone who values independence feels this call. Someone who craves depth without possession senses this shift. Someone ready to love without chains recognizes your energy rising. And whether you know it yet or not, your entire relationship reality is about to be rewritten. There are moments in the cosmos when love becomes revolutionary. When Venus enters Aquarius, the universe unlocks an attraction field unlike anything you've experienced before, an electric pull toward connections that feel unconventional, unexpected, liberating, and undeniably magnetic. This attraction transcends tradition, ignores social norms, and defies the relationship scripts you were taught to follow. It rises from authenticity, from freedom, from the untamed part of your soul that refuses to be contained by expectations. You may have felt this building lately. A restlessness in your relationships, a desire for something more real, a pull toward someone who feels different from anyone you've ever known. A sudden clarity that the love you've been accepting is no longer aligned with who you are becoming. This is not dissatisfaction, this is awakening. The portal amplifies the magnetic force between souls who are meant to experience revolutionary love. Together, love that expands rather than restricts, love that celebrates individuality rather than demanding conformity, love that feels like coming home to yourself rather than losing yourself in someone else. If your emotions have felt heightened, unpredictable, or electric recently, you are not unstable. You are tuning into the cosmic frequency of Venus in Aquarius. This transit pulls your emotional body into alignment with your authentic self, causing old relationship patterns to dissolve, outdated expectations to crumble, and hidden truths to rise from beneath the surface of your awareness. You may feel sudden clarity about who truly aligns with your path, or a magnetic pull towards someone whose energy activates your authenticity. You may feel liberated from connections that once felt essential, or drawn to relationships that feel untraditional, yet deeply right. This is your intuition accelerating, your psychic senses sharpening, your heart awakening to what freedom in love actually feels like. The universe amplifies your sensitivity so you can detect the souls who are ready to love you without trying to change you, control you, or cage you. Right now, someone feels your frequency, someone senses your shift. Someone's heart has begun recognizing that your energy carries something they've been searching for, freedom, authenticity, alignment, electric connection without possession. This person may not consciously understand why they feel drawn to you, but their soul knows what their mind is still processing. The forbidden love liberation portal awakens something dormant in both you and them. It triggers a recognition beyond logic, a pull that feels magnetic yet unthreatening, intense yet spacious. You may feel unexpected waves of excitement, sudden clarity about what you want, heart openings that feel both vulnerable and empowering, or the urge to express your truth without fear of rejection. These are not random feelings. These are energetic signals, vibrational confirmations. The universe whispering, they're ready for you too. As the portal activates, your vibration undergoes a liberation upgrade. This upgrade is electric yet grounded, manifesting as deeper self-trust, sudden release of old relationship fears, unshakable knowing that you deserve freedom in love, or clarity about who can and cannot match your rising frequency. Higher frequency attracts higher frequency. As you rise into authentic self-expression, you become magnetic to souls who celebrate your truth, rather than trying to dim it. Your aura emits a liberation signature, a cosmic calling card recognizable only to those who are also breaking free from relationship conditioning, those who value individuality, those who understand that real love doesn't require sacrifice of self. If someone has begun appearing in your thoughts with unusual intensity, showing up in your synchronicities unexpectedly, or feeling energetically present, even when physically absent, it is because your frequency has reached the activation point required to awaken their recognition of you. Aquarius is the sign of innovation, telepathy, collective consciousness, and energetic connection beyond physical presence. When Venus enters this realm, communication shifts from needing words to transmitting through frequency. You may begin sensing emotions that feel different from your usual patterns. You may intuitively know someone is thinking of you or feeling guided to reach out to someone who suddenly feels important. You may experience synchronicities that feel too specific to be coincidence or timelines overlapping in ways that reveal hidden connections. This is heart telepathy, an ancient form of soul recognition activated during profound cosmic alignments like this one. The person being pulled toward your liberation frequency is already communicating with you through the space between your thoughts, through signs you notice, through the energy you feel when their name crosses your awareness. If someone in your life feels strangely magnetic, so magnetic that it feels both exhilarating and unfamiliar, safe yet revolutionary, easy yet profound, it is because your soul recognizes what your conscious programming cannot fully process. When Venus enters Aquarius, the veil between conditional love and unconditional freedom thins and your heart begins to access a relationship blueprint, stored not in societal expectation, but in your soul's memory. This magnetic pull is not illusion. It is soul resonance echoing from a place beyond fear, beyond need, beyond the wounded patterns that once defined how you loved. You may feel like you've connected with them on a soul level before, like they understand you without explanation, like their presence activates your authenticity in ways that feel liberating rather than threatening. This is the energy signature of a soul who matches your liberation frequency. Venus in Aquarius reactivates relationship codes linked to freedom-based love. Patterns stored in your energetic DNA begin to surface, not as attachment, but as recognition. Not as possession, but as celebration. Not as fear of loss, but as trust in alignment. This is your intuition tapping into a timeline where love doesn't require you to shrink, perform, or abandon yourself. Perhaps in another dimension you already know this kind of love. Perhaps in a parallel reality you've always chosen freedom. Perhaps your soul remembers what it feels like to be loved exactly as you are, without adjustment, without compromise, without conditions. This is why the attraction feels so different, because it does not originate in lack. It originates in wholeness, in liberation, in the understanding that real love celebrates individuality rather than consuming it. The magnetic pull is a sacred signal, a confirmation from your higher self, evidence that your connection with this person, whether new or rekindled, is not based on need. It is based on alignment, frequency, and the revolutionary understanding that love and freedom are not opposites. They are partners. Their presence triggers liberation activation because their soul is woven into your evolutionary path. They show up now because this timeline is ready to hold a connection that previous versions of you could not sustain. The universe reopens the frequency when both souls are ready, when the fear has dissolved, when the programming has loosened, when the heart can finally experience what it once believed was impossible. This is why you feel drawn to them beyond logic, why their energy feels like permission to be yourself, why their presence reminds you of who you are when you're not trying to be what someone else needs. Their soul is not new to yours. Their energy is a return, a remembrance, a reunion with the version of love that always felt true. And as Venus amplifies Aquarius's liberating frequencies, that recognition grows stronger, clearer, more undeniable. You are remembering them, and they, consciously or unconsciously, are remembering you too. Before liberation arrives, the universe always clears the landscape within you. This is why in recent days or weeks you may have felt a deep internal stirring, an emotional recalibration, a spiritual rewiring, a breaking open that couldn't be contained or explained. You are not falling apart, you are breaking free. The universe is preparing your heart to hold a connection rooted not in fear, but in freedom, not in past wounds, but in authentic resonance. Venus in Aquarius magnifies your inner world so that buried emotions surface, old relationship patterns dissolve, and new pathways to connection unlock. You are being liberated into the version of yourself who can receive love without losing yourself, love without needing to control, love that celebrates rather than constrains. You may have noticed unexpected waves of clarity, moments where old relationship fears lost their power with unusual ease. This is liberation. You may have felt sudden certainty about what you will and will not accept in love anymore. This is alignment. You may have felt compelled to distance yourself from connections that drain your authenticity, to speak truths that once felt too risky, to choose yourself even when it felt uncomfortable. This is freedom activation. The universe is fine-tuning you, raising your frequency, clearing outdated programming from your field, so that your heart can emit a clear, unwavering signal, one that attracts only those who are ready to meet you in liberated love. You may even feel yourself stepping into a new identity, not as performance, but as return to authenticity, remembering who you were before societal conditioning taught you how to love. The connection coming toward you requires a version of you that trusts your uniqueness, honors your need for space, embraces vulnerability without losing autonomy, and moves with spiritual confidence in your own worth. And so the universe has been gently yet persistently guiding you back into alignment with your true self. You are learning to choose freedom, to honor authenticity, to crave depth without possession, to welcome love with open awareness instead of gripping attachment. The person being pulled toward you is not meant for the conditioned version of you. They are meant for the liberated version of you, the version unfolding now, the version rising from your recent awakenings. This is why the timing is divine, why the connection didn't activate earlier, why the pieces are aligning now. The universe will not send a soul-aligned connection into a heart still bound by fear-based relationship patterns. It liberates you first, awakens you second, prepares you third, and then opens the portal. You are being shaped into freedom, into readiness, into authentic sovereignty. The shift you feel within you is not random, it is purposeful. You are preparing not for another relationship that requires sacrifice. You are preparing for a connection that celebrates your wholeness. And the person being pulled toward your frequency is being liberated too, each in their own way, guided by the same cosmic force that now brings both your paths into alignment. What you've been feeling lately, the electricity in your chest, the sudden clarity about who you are, the strange sense that everything is about to change, is not just your energy shifting. It is theirs too. When the Forbidden Love Liberation Portal activates, it awakens both souls simultaneously, pulling you into the same frequency even if you are miles apart, even if you haven't spoken in years, even if you don't yet know each other's names. They may not fully understand what is happening, but their spirit recognizes the signal. Their thoughts drift toward freedom, toward authenticity, toward someone who doesn't require them to perform or pretend. A feeling they cannot name keeps rising within them. It is your liberation frequency calling theirs and their heart responding instinctively. They may feel restless in connections that feel restrictive, unable to ignore a longing forming beneath the surface for something more real. They may have vivid dreams about liberation, flashes of intuition about meeting someone different, or synchronicities involving themes of freedom and authentic love. Their soul is turning toward you, even if their conscious mind is only beginning to catch up. This shift is not imagined. It is energetic truth. Your rising frequency amplifies your presence in their field. The more you liberate yourself, the more you embrace your authenticity, the louder the cosmic signal becomes for them. And so they feel pulled, drawn by something invisible yet undeniable, magnetic yet spacious. Their emotional walls begin to soften, their intuition heightens, their heart opens in ways that feel revolutionary rather than threatening. They may try to rationalize the feeling or push it away out of fear, but the connection reappears every time because this is not attraction born from lack. It is recognition rising through liberated consciousness. You are becoming impossible to ignore. And as Venus amplifies Aquarius's electric frequencies, the universe makes sure they can no longer overlook what their soul already knows. They are being guided toward you. When a liberation-aligned connection approaches, the universe begins reconfiguring your path with precision, clearing away whatever cannot travel with you into this new frequency. This clearing is not punishment, it is preparation. This liberation phase often feels like upheaval, sudden endings, relationship revelations, unexpected truths rising to the surface about who truly aligns with your authentic self. Connections that require you to perform may dissolve gently or abruptly. Relationships based on need rather than alignment may fade. Old patterns of codependency collapse. People who demand you shrink may naturally drift away. Situations that felt comfortable but inauthentic may shift or fall apart. But beneath the discomfort is purposeful design. Every restriction removed is a doorway opened. The universe works like a liberator during this portal, dismantling the emotional conditioning that kept you trapped in relationship patterns that never truly honored your soul. Venus expands authentic values, and Aquarius forces revolutionary truth. This combination reveals connections you tolerated out of fear, wounds you carry because no one taught you different, situations you stayed in because you didn't know freedom was possible, emotional contracts you signed before you knew your worth. Anything that prevents the liberated connection meant for you from entering your life begins to crumble under the weight of cosmic alignment. You are not losing anything real, you are being freed. The universe removes what restricts you, limits you, or conditions you, clearing the field for soul-aligned love to land. You may notice chapters closing without struggle. People may reveal their true nature. You may see your own patterns with startling clarity. You may feel guided to create distance from energies or dynamics that drain your authenticity. This is liberation pruning, a sacred clearing away of timelines that no longer lead to your highest expression. The universe is making space, making room, making way because the connection coming toward you cannot exist in the clutter of fear-based relationship cycles. On their side, the same thing is happening. They too are experiencing endings, realizations, emotional shifts, or inner awakenings that push them out of restrictive dynamics. Their heart is being decluttered, their authenticity is being unblocked, their emotional path is being cleared. The universe is orchestrating simultaneous liberation so that when your timelines converge, you both arrive as free, open, authentic versions of yourselves. Every loss is a redirection. Every ending is a portal. Every release is a step toward alignment. This clearing phase may feel like divine intervention because it is. You might wonder why things are shifting so rapidly, why people are leaving, why truths are emerging now. The answer is simple. There is no space for liberation where restriction exists. The universe is preparing the emotional environment for the connection that belongs in your authentic future. It is removing conditioning so you can trust your intuition, removing performance so you can express your truth, removing restrictions so the soul meant to celebrate your freedom can find you unobstructed. You are entering the phase where liberation becomes inevitable, where synchronicities accelerate, where the blueprint of your authentic love story starts revealing itself moment by moment. This is the cosmic clearing before the arrival, the energetic liberation before convergence, the final preparation before the frequency shifts into place. And as the portal strengthens, the restrictions fall away, naturally, effortlessly, inevitably, because nothing can stop what is aligned, nothing can resist what is authentic. Nothing can interfere with liberation once the universe begins to move on your behalf. The forbidden love liberation portal creates movement, inner and outer. For some, this will manifest as a reconnection with someone whose timing was once impossible because both were still bound by conditioning. For others, it may be a new soul entering your life with an energy so authentic that it feels both unfamiliar and deeply right. The approach may be subtle or electric, slow or sudden, but it will feel liberating. Their presence will carry freedom, alignment, and the unmistakable signature of revolutionary love. You will feel it in your body before you understand it in your mind. This portal does not require you to chase, force, or control. It requires liberation, authenticity, allowing. Your only task is to remain true to yourself, grounded in your worth, clear in your values, and unapologetic in your frequency. Liberation is not something you pursue, it is something you embody. When you live as your authentic self, the soul meant to celebrate your truth recognizes you effortlessly. The universe is arranging the convergence. Your job is simply to stay on the frequency where freedom exists. This is not casual, this is not temporary. The soul being pulled toward your liberation frequency reflects a part of your evolutionary path. They will activate emotional freedom, spiritual authenticity, revolutionary perspective, or timeline expansion. They bring something that elevates your journey without requiring you to diminish yourself. You bring something that elevates theirs without demanding they conform. This is why the attraction feels forbidden, electric, magnetic, because it transcends conditioning and enters the realm of liberated soul evolution. Venus in Aquarius does not bring conventional love, it brings awakening. As you hear these words, your energy shifts, your field expands, your heart opens to revolutionary possibility. Feel the electric current rising in your awareness. Feel the liberation in your chest. Feel the awakening in your spirit. You are not imagining the timing of this message. You were meant to receive this transmission today because the portal activates now. A new reality is beginning. A new kind of love is approaching. A new chapter of freedom is unfolding. You are stepping into a timeline where the universe does not whisper about liberation, it activates it. Today, Venus enters Aquarius and the forbidden love liberation portal opens, pulling souls ready for authentic connection closer with every breath. You are not alone in this awakening. You are not imagining the shift. The universe is orchestrating the convergence of paths that were always meant to align in freedom. The next days and weeks will reveal what your soul already knows. Someone is ready. Someone is awakening. Someone is being liberated into alignment with you. Your frequency is rising. Your liberation is unfolding. And this is only the beginning. If this message resonated with your soul, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so you stay connected with every transmission meant to guide you through the chapters ahead. Also comment, I am free to anchor this liberation frequency. You are awakened, you are liberated, you are seen, and your authentic love story is now activating.